are now sieging up here, but not before the Zerglings are all coming in here. Look at that splash damage, man, coming all over the Marines. That's what she said. And now the Roaches are here to finish it off. Wow, that was a good one. It just kind of came off the tip of my tongue there. This queen is probably not going to live here, trying to retreat away. And I'm still giggling about that one. Marines are coming in here as well, going to be able to do some damage to the drones, and now Zerg is here to finish it off. Alright, well that was a fantastic attack there, I must say, as we see Zerg's output capabilities certainly good. Got one queen for each hatchery, as we have another attack coming in here, this time with some SCVs. A little bit lower on the siege tank and the Thor count. Probably going to be looking to establish some defenses, maybe a turret or two for the mutas, maybe some bunkers. I think anything that can absorb some of that damage will be a good thing. Zerg is continuing to saturate this expansion with drones, despite the... oh no, SCV is very ballsy coming in here. Going to try to engage the queen one-on-one. Will they be able to take it down? I do not think so. SCV is very brave nonetheless. We'll call that one Gilbert. That was Gilbert, the ballsy SCV, coming in there to finish off the queen, but just couldn't do it, man. He just did not have it in his heart. Zerg still waiting way over here. Now this is what I like a lot. Look at this positioning, man. You got the siege tanks in a little cubby here. Nice and staggered Marines all in different spots right here. Not really going to have a lot of units up here to absorb the Banelings, though. That really could come back to haunt them, as the siege tanks will be able to do a lot of splash damage and knock out a bunch of these units right here. Probably could have the Thor stand a little bit farther up front. Yep, there goes, I think one Marine died right there because of the siege tank splash damage. Couple more Marines are running up. Zerg knows what's up, man. He's just sending a few Zerglings at a time to pick off those Marines. And now here come the bulk of the forces. Zerglings running in, getting a good surround on the Thor. Baneling is coming in as well, plowing through the Marines. And now the Roaches have the high ground, and the siege tanks, they just can't do anything, man. There is nothing they can do about this, as once again, Zerg has claimed the ramp. The mighty, mighty ramp. This is the entire point of the game right here. The up-down ramp. Focal point of the entire match. Hellions coming over here, sacrificing themselves. Apparently, they do not want to be the ones fighting in this army. Siege tanks are sieging up. Will they be able to siege in time? It looks like a lot of Roaches are taking damage. Look at that, man. Those Roaches, just if they were just 2 seconds earlier, that battle could have really ended up differently. But the siege tanks were able to get them just at the minimum range and able to continue pushing forward. Marines obviously there to keep up the mopping as well, or keep mopping up, rather. Keep up the mopping there. They all have mops in their guns. Yeah, I'm just going to quit while I'm ahead on that one. So the Marines are actually coming in here with the siege tanks. Oh, man, one Marine. Oh, look at that. One Baneling almost got in there. Second one did. Thank God for that shield upgrade, man, or those Marines would have been dead a while ago. As we see a couple Zerglings are actually coming around here behind the siege tanks, dancing around a little bit. Broodlings even coming in, having all the fun with the siege tanks, and there goes that attack once again thwarted. Even got some long-distance mining here. I do like how the fact that he was able to take out this hatchery. Have to get that up ASAP. Fortunately for him, there is one hatchery approximately 3.5 feet closer than this one, so we can see how that is going to create a definite advantage for him. I say sarcastically. Good idea to get this planetary fortress here. Really, you can hold off this number of Zerglings with a little bit of repairs in the planetary fortress. Zerg player knows it, so he's not even going to try. He may get some Banelings in here to damage some of the SCVs. If you look at the SCV count for this place, man, you can see he's got a lot of them right now. About 20, 25, 26, 27 of them, probably a couple extra in the refinery. You can see one of them's working on that one. Oh, here comes the Banelings into the mineral line. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, and fail right there. Not going to hit any of them whatsoever. Did take about 100 hit points off a turret, though. So I guess his life wasn't completely wasted. Ultralisk Cavern is here. You can see he's researching the armor upgrade. That'll be kind of interesting, man. Marines, they can actually burn down some Ultras. Let me just tell you, if you have not watched that game with Sora Aoi, EOE, however you pronounce it, I think I'm just terrible with the English language, and Japanese for that matter. Use just pretty much Marines to counter everything that Zerg had, everything from Ultras to Broodlords to Banelings to, you know, whatever. I'm sure Idra would be thrilled with that. And yeah, so anyways, Marines, very high damage unit. You can see 1 upgrade, 7 damage. Thors 2-0. Siege tanks obviously 2-0 as well. So let's see what's going to happen with this attack here, which is coming right up here at the top. Do you have another expansion? I don't think there's anything Zerg's going to do about that. I mean, there's no money invested to it. You've got the hatchery, 300 minerals right there. No drones, no extractors, no nothing. This time, though, there are a couple spine crawlers completed. You see this one's partially damaged from the last one, as we hear a bunch of gross baneling noises coming in one at a time there. Mutas as well. Zerg Force isn't looking quite as strong as the last one. Not really having a whole lot in the way of roaches right now. Those definitely helped out with mopping up the siege tanks. So we'll see what happens here, as he is really going to town with these banelings. Do have 8 roaches on the way, though, so those will be good. As we see, he does have 2 armor, 1 damage upgrade for the range. There's the infantry baiting away some of the Zerglings. Look at that. Actually, I think the siege tanks did more damage to the infantry than the actual Zerg player did. But they was able to cut the gas for the Zerg player, who really, I'm sure, at this point could use it. Taking a look at the gas, you can actually see Terran is up on the harvester count, 62 to 51. Not a good position for a Zerg player to be in. We can see the units lost as well while we watch these Marines, these 2 very brave Marines, damage the hatchery, trying to get that down once again. I'll tell you what, I'm sure the Zerg player is pissed off about this. He probably wishes he could transfuse at least to get that thing a little bit higher, because the Terran player just taking that thing down with a minimal amount of effort from his infantry. See, anyways, units lost, you can see 126 to 263, about even in terms of quality, though. Oh, the Marines almost got the Mutas baited back into the Thor line for a second there. They were a nice and tight bunch. Here comes the Zerg push. Mutas and everything coming. Banelings all over the Thors. And there are plenty of Marines back here to finish off the Zerglings, but the Roaches are here to mop up even the Queen as well. Once again, this base has been defended by the Zerg. Terran looking to move out once again, maybe take the high yield expansion. He could certainly use that additional income. Also has some Marauders meeting up with him down here below. Command center morphing or being built over here. Let's wait and see what happens with this attack. I may have it come once again, and let's see. No Thors this time. I don't think we have any. We do have 3 on the way. SCVs are being transferred as well. Here comes the attack. Oh man, Zerg is ready for this one, engaging before he even gets to the bottom of the rip. Baneling is coming, just going straight around the siege tanks, right into the Marine line, as well as the Mutas just finishing it off, and that is going to be that for that attack. Goodbye, Terran. I think at this point they're just throwing themselves at the army. They're furious that Gilbert died. Terran once again moving on. Probably could have used these Thors and Marines earlier. Still looking at the base here. Just keep an eye on what's going on. There's the transfuse when it gets that up. Get that up just a little bit. Now Terran may be moving out once again. Just, I'll tell you what, man. He is determined to get this expansion down. Same place every time. Just beating his head against the wall. Wonder if he's going to do anything different. He's actually pulling his forces back towards his main now. Don't know why I had that wolf statue selected. Go away! God, freaking invasive wolf. Alright, so at this point, we're kind of looking for Terran to do something different here. I'm a little curious. He may decide to hold on to defend his expansion for a little bit. He may decide to make a push here. Zerg's coming in here with his Mutas. The Overlord, of course, sees the expansion. Well, maybe, barely. No, Zergling, I knew there was something there. Zergling sees the expansion, so he knows what's up. However, the Mutas are going to have to retreat, and this time the Terran player is going to be going through the southern entrance to the Zerg base. This time running on the creep, so it's going to be a little bit more risky for him if he decides to push up through this area right here. He has scanned, he knows exactly that there is nothing in the immediate area. This time, however, he is dropping his forces at the top of the cliff. This is going to present a rather interesting challenge to the Zerg player, who is not going to be able to simply Zerg over the entire forces down here at the bottom, using his Marines to come over here, kill the Queen, and start taking down the main base. Infestation Pit is very close to being dead, while the Zerg responds by sending all of his forces down here to the bottom of the cliff. But look at this, Terran in great position at the top this time to deal with all of the Zerg forces. Nice spread, nice drop there. That was just placement through and through, and Zerg had it through everything he had at it. As you see, there's the GG. So very good game indeed from both players. Zerg won so many battles, but ultimately, as they say, he did not win the war. Alright, well, that is it for this game. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later.